How tall are you?
5'9".
You're like Dan Bilzerian's height, and I mean, that's a prime example of why he says like height's not as big of a factor as you think it might be.
That's an important topic I want to touch on because most men these days think that height is a really, really big factor. And don't get me wrong, height is super important, right? Taller men, of course, get more of the pick of women, right? But if you're at least 2 inches taller than a woman, she's not gonna care
Mm,
because she's gonna look at your confidence, how you treat her, you know, what you look like, do you take care of yourself, how's your physique,
yeah,
how you talk.
yeah,
These are way more important factors than height. As long as you're already a couple of inches taller than her, and most women these days are kind of short anyway. Like you don't really get like 6 foot plus women unless they're like
yeah,
crazy supermodels.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like I'd say men actually are more attracted to women who are shorter in general,
Yes.
just because of a power thing. Like
Mhm.
men like to have the power, they like to be in control and dominant. So they, of course, are more attracted to smaller women, right? It just makes sense. So actually, I've never had problems with women because I've always been like, look, I don't go for 6 foot plus girls. If I was dating, I would go, I've got a girlfriend now, but if I was single dating, I date like below my height,
Yeah,
which is still a large proportion of women. A
yeah.
large proportion of women are below 5'9".
What they say versus what they respond to are two different things.
Exactly.
I want you to touch bases on that. Like in your experience, have there been a time where you're like, okay, I know she's saying this, but I know she's gonna respond to this.
Yeah. It's honestly, it goes back to always, it's not what they say, it's not what women say, it's what they do. So like guys always react to what a woman says, and half the time what a woman says, she means the complete opposite. She literally means the complete opposite. It's what they do. And most women are like cats too. You probably noticed this. Like the more you like chase a girl, the more you like put pressure on her, she's not gonna want any of that. She's gonna push you away. She's gonna run away. It's when you are like super calm, doing your own thing, focusing on yourself, you know, in your own groove of life. That's when, the cats start
Yeah,
coming over. That's
yeah,
when like the women come because it's like this guy is on a mission. He's doing his own thing. He doesn't really care too much about attention from women. And that's when the women come. It's literally how it works.
yeah, yeah. Uh, what would you say to those men out there who are listening to this who think like, okay, she's the girl of my dreams. I'm gonna buy her all the handbags, probably gonna get down on one knee and propose to her and give her the entire world. But yet somehow they don't comprehend why that's a turn off for most women.
The thing is, women just don't want to be smothered in love. They
Mm,
don't want like you to go and spend all your money on them. They actually get a lot more respect when a man does, what he says he's going to do and then follows through with it. Like for example, like there's a lot of guys out there going out and spending all their money on a girl, trying to impress them. The first date, they're taking them out to an expensive dinner and then wondering why they get ghosted, right? It's simply because women don't want to receive it all in one go too. They don't want it all at the start, right? Because there's no mystery. It all comes down to the mystery
Would you would
aspect.
you would you say it's like women not wanting it in the start or men pedestalizing them in the beginning because then if you give her everything and she hasn't earned it yet, she subconsciously thinks she's better than you,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. So for the men listening, like what's your like first 3 steps when they ask a woman out on a date?
Our first three steps would honestly be the first date has to be something simple. So it's got to be like a walk, coffee, or watch the sunset. Those those date ideas are just ideal, perfect, right? You keep it super simple. You tell her what time you're gonna pick her up. You tell her what to wear, and you say, "Be ready at 8. We're going for a walk, and we're gonna watch the sunset." You keep it super light on the first date. She feels that like connection, but there's something to build on. You've got like growth there. The first date, you weren't saying everything, you were leaving some sort of mystery. So the second date, you can kind of build up something more. Maybe you can go for like a little meal or something like that, right? Then as you progress and you realize that this woman could have potential in your life, as in she could be your girlfriend or future wife, that's when you build up and start treating her a bit more like the girlfriend because a lot of guys are giving girls girlfriend, they're giving girls girlfriend behavior, girlfriend status and they've only just met them.
Yeah.
And that's a big, big problem because women are so used to, from a very early age, love, attention, oh, you're the best, you're so amazing. And guys aren't. So they're going to think you're no different to every other guy. But
Yeah.
when there's a guy that comes over and is like, you know what, I'm going to do something different. I'm just going to go for a simple walk. We'll get a coffee. I'm going to act like I'm not really too phased and not even act like it. That's just what you are.
Yeah.
You're just
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just like she can tell from a mile away if someone is pretending or actually like forcing something or if that's just how he is.
Yeah. I was reading the book called The Setup, and in that book, it was clearly written out and it was stated out that you don't want to put a woman on a pedestal by doing things for her. For example, let's say, like, you perhaps call like 15 restaurants and you got reservation for one. The woman doesn't need to know that you called 15 restaurants and got the reservation for that specific restaurant, because then you're subconsciously communicating that, oh, she's better than you. And look at that. Like, you don't even know her. You're putting so much effort into her without knowing her. It's, it's more like, it should be the other way around. It's like if a woman comes to you and tells you, I tried 20 different dresses. It took me 4 hours for makeup, my hair, my nails, my stuff like that. And then it tells you like, okay, woman's taking me seriously.
Yeah.
And I think a woman respects a man more when that's the dynamic of the relationship. Would you say that?
100%. Yeah. It needs to be almost the other way around. It needs to be the woman chasing the man.
Right?
But that only comes when the man is valuable enough and respectful enough, right?
Yeah.
The guy has something that the woman wants and he's desired by many women. And women can sense that too. So like you can't just get that from the start and have a woman chase you for no reason. You've got to have a reason for them to chase. Like, what does this guy have that most other guys don't? Is it his confidence? Is it his look? Is it his status? Like a lot of women do look for status, a lot of women do look for money. It's important that you actually find one that doesn't look for those things first. You want them to obviously like you for who you are. And then that's why it's also super important to not take them on the fancy dates, to not go all out from the very beginning because they need to like you for who you are first.
Right.
That's why a walk, a coffee date, something simple is very important from the start. Then you realize, oh, this girl actually likes me because of me. Then you can start introducing, maybe you do have a bit of status or you do have something that other guys don't, and you can take it a step further, right?
Right. Right.
Like maybe she sees you, she really likes you, the first date went so good, the conversation was flowing nicely. Then you can level it up and go to like a restaurant like 3 or 4 dates in and take it a step further. But that's when like she's earned that. And that's the way I see it. Like she has to earn your company, your time, your value, where you're going to take her. And give that most guys give that opportunity to women too fast.
Yeah.
And when you switch it around and it's almost like you treat yourself as the I don't know if you know too much about like fighting and boxing, and this is a different analogy of this, right? You've got the A fighter, the B fighter. The A person is the one that calls the shots, makes the decisions. It all goes on his time, and the B person just turns up, right? You need to make it almost like that. So you need
Mm.
to make it so that it's on your time, it's when you want, it's like if you want, not when she wants, not
Yeah.
around her. And she will actually respect you way more. It's honestly how it works. Like she will respect you if you don't drop everything and go, "Oh, I had loads of plans. I was with my mates this weekend, but don't worry, I'm gonna drop that just so I can go on a date with you."
Yeah.
She lost all the respect.
Yeah.
If you go like this, sorry, actually, I can't do anything this weekend. I'd love to, but I've got plans with my friends and family. I'm doing something. I'm working on my business, right? She's gonna go, oh wow, this guy's like busy. Like, what the hell? He
Yeah.
actually rejected me. He said no. Guys don't say no enough these days.
Mm.
But once you flip it around and say, look, I can do this day, and that's like the only time I've got this week,
Right.
she's gonna, wow, this guy's so busy. I'm gonna take that opportunity and go on a date with him.
Right. Right. I was gonna add something on top of that. So let's say game knows game, and we can see that when a guy has game, and he can tell.
Yeah.
So to flip the dynamics, like if you have been through enough relationships, you know women aren't that special.
Yeah.
It's like how you make them special in your life. That's her true worth.
Yeah.
As in your life, not her worth in the world. But s- where I was adding on to that is, if you truly know women and you have talked to enough of them, you know there aren't any special. There's nothing special to her unless she's a high quality woman.
Yeah.
And you only know that by dating too many women.
Yeah.
That's fact. I was I was adding on to the point of like how do you differentiate between a high quality woman or woman just good for fun?
I'd say like a high quality woman offers something more than just sex, offers something more than just looking good. She also offers, you know, a care in nature. She has values, especially family values. She looks after herself. She's looking to do better than just exist. And that's what I see more in a high quality woman, a woman who's like looking to take care of you, looking to, bring on her family morals and actually show that in a relationship or, when you're with her, rather than just a woman looking good just for the sake of looking good and just being good for one thing. And that's what men tend to see women as these days. It's like just good for one thing, right?
Right.
But but seeing them in that way is what, brings the man down too. It's like it's their biggest weakness of just like, and it's usually men that, like, aren't used to it or don't get it or haven't had enough of it
Yeah.
to see a woman only good for, like, a certain thing.
Right.
But then you see the value and the quality in a woman when you put that bit aside. Put that extra bit aside and be like, "Okay, that side of it's great, but what else does she have?"
Yeah.
Is she caring? Is she nice? Is she funny? Does she have her own character, her own, like, personality? Does she even have a personality?
Hmm.
You know? And that's why I see more in like a high quality woman, someone who's like doing those sort of things and actions.
But that wisdom or that knowledge can only come if you have dated or been around enough women.
Yeah.
Let's say for men who have been with their high school sweetheart, now they got into marriage, they got divorced, got half of that stuff taken away, got kids taken away, and now they're back in the dating market and they have no experience. Naturally, they would put the next woman they see on a pedestal because they have this old high school sweetheart, love of my life, etc. mindset, which Hollywood has destroyed in them. It's like Hollywood's giving you the fantasies about what actually dating looks like versus the reality of dating. What are three things you would advise to a man not to do when pursuing a woman?
I'd say the number one thing is to not put too much emphasis and pressure of actually looking for a woman in the first place.
Like neediness.
Like neediness is a really unattractive trait for a man. Neediness, being desperate are things that you should 100% avoid because women can smell it. They can just smell when a guy is needy, when a guy wants it too bad. It's just one of the worst things you can do. So just being more focused on yourself first by looking after yourself and focusing on like your business, your day-to-day things, looking good, feeling good. That's way more important and that's going to help you attract a girl way better than dropping those things and just going hunting for a girl. Then I would say once you've actually mastered the bit of like looking after yourself, taking care of yourself, making yourself look better and actually worth finding a woman, I would say learning how to approach a woman without being too um without kind of scaring her away. Like, without,
How do guys scare women away when they approach them?
well, a lot of guys just are a little bit too creepy. Like they are just creepy in that way. Like
There was this, statistic analysis. It's like same thing a creepy guy says versus a good-looking guy says. They say the same thing to a woman. A woman think the guy who's ugly is creepy. The one who's good-looking is flirting, and therefore, you know.
I mean, that's actually a real good fact. And that's honestly why you should look after yourself, why you should look good,
Yeah.
why you should take care of yourself. That emphasizes even more the importance of looking good. Because if a good looking guy says the same thing to a woman and an ugly guy says the same thing to a woman, why does the woman think the ugly guy is creepy and the good looking guy is flirting and she's attracted? Like it just emphasizes way more why you should look after yourself. And the fact that that's been tested and studied and is a real life, like that is a real life fact of
But
how women think makes me wonder why men aren't looking after themselves, why men aren't trying to be the best version of themselves. Like, you literally just like backed up why you should look good. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah. What's the third point that you'd add on to, like, why the mistakes men make pursuing a woman?
leaving no mystery is another massive one. So
Mhm.
after like being too
That's
needy,
a big one. That's a big
so
one.
like women love mystery. Like women love mystery, and the thing is, once you tell everything about yourself before the first date, and you go on and you message her nonstop, and as soon as she replies, you text her back, and you're telling her your life story, and then you leave no conversation for when the date comes, if the date even comes, because a lot of the times when you're messaging so much, a lot of girls ghost guys and they say like, "Oh, actually, I'm busy on that day now." You know why? It's because you've already told her everything about you. She doesn't even want to meet up with you anymore because she knows you. She either finds you not interested enough to meet, but if you leave all of that away and just say like, "Look, I'm pretty busy, but we can meet on this day." And on that day, then you save the conversation, the flow for in real life. It tends to be a lot better. She's going to interact with you more. She's going to feel your energy, your vibe, and you're going to have no awkward moments because you've got a lot to talk about. But when you message it all before the first date, you have nothing to talk about. It makes the date awkward if you even get there.
Have you heard of Andrew Tate?
Have I heard of him?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Have you what do you think of him?
I like Andrew Tate.
I like okay.
I do like Andrew Tate. I do believe in a lot of the things he says. I feel like he's helped a lot of men these days. I know a lot of women don't like him. However, there are some things of Andrew Tate that I do disagree of.
That's totally fine and natural.
Yeah.
But what I was going to add on to that is the mystery part because I think he was one of the podcasts and he said, "This is how you represent yourself." Because someone questioned him, "How can a barista have a mystery?" It came out. He said, "You don't say that you work at Starbucks and you just serve coffee. It's like you have to put a flip on it or you switch on it. So, oh, sorry, the term is you have to pull a cell on it. So the way you do it, it's like rather than saying that you're a barista, you say, I work for an international company where I am making sure everyone does their job right and I make sure the customers are satisfied and well fed, whatever." And sh- now that girl that you told that to walks into that Starbucks, she's gonna think you're fucking James Bond.
Exactly.
So it's like it's the way you mystery and phrase things. It's a lot of sales and marketing at the end of the day,
Yeah,
right?
that's it.
Right. So, but anyways, let's talk about you. What like what's your go-to pickup line? Like now I know like you're in a relationship and stuff, but like if you let's say we're going out to bars and stuff, like what's one thing that was your go-to that you used a lot of the times and that worked for you?
My go-to pickup line would generally be a simple compliment. So, for example, women like to, for example, women put a lot of effort into their look, how they smell, their nails, etc., like that, their hair. If you notice something different about a girl, for example, you can tell like she's got her hand on the table, or you're at a bar and she's got nicely fresh nails, or she smells good. She's just done her hair, for example. A nice compliment goes a long way. Like, just be like, "Oh, I really like your nails. Like they stood out to me," or like, what is that fragrance you're using? You smell really, really good. And then she's gonna go, "Oh, really?" Like she's gonna like, "Oh, wow, like really?"
Mhm.
And then she usually says something back like, "Oh, it's this." I say, and then she's like, "Oh, so happy that," because you know why? Men these days are even too scared to compliment a girl. It doesn't have to be in a creepy way, and it goes back to like what I said earlier. If you're good looking and you're taking care
Yeah,
of
yeah,
yourself and
yeah.
you're putting yourself first, then you give a girl a compliment straight away. It's just confidence, and confidence, she's gonna really like that. So I would always just start off with a nice compliment and be like, "Look, I can easily tell from distance a girl has just done her hair. She's on a night out. She's either curled it, straightened it." I was like, "Is that hair natural? It's like really nice." Like, you know what I mean? And just like she might go, "Oh yeah, I actually just did it tonight." And she's like a little bit blushy. She's almost on the back foot. She's blushing. She's like overwhelmed. Like he noticed my hair. Wow, and he's good looking for
Yeah,
her. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah,
It's just
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
it's a double win straight
The
from the get go.
so one of the things one of my mentors told me, it's like look at the things that women put in a lot of effort in. So it could be her nails. Look and read and learn how many types of nails are there. There's French tip, there's like glossy, there's this and that. And then if you're not into nails, look at handbags. There are like fucking hundreds of types of handbags that you can like literally go and Google that about a woman. We just have one backpack. It's like a fanny pack or a
Yeah.
backpack. That's it. Simple as that. Woman, it's I don't even know how to pronounce it, but there are hundreds of them. If you can only learn the 10 most commonly used ones, and that could be your like a conversation starter. Like, oh, is it this? Is it that? Or it could be the kind of hair. Like, is it the curl or is it the bun, the straight up, like whatever that is. Like that's one of the reasons why study shows that I came across is why do you think women get instantly friendly with gay guys?
Like, why?
Why? Like, do you like
I know why.
perhaps they know too much of it? Would you say that?
I know why women get instantly friendly with gay guys. It's just simply because they feel less pressured. They know they're not getting hit on.
Yeah.
They feel safe because they know that guy is not trying to get in their pants, right?
Yeah.
So with gay guys, they feel that safety. But what straight guys need to do is create that safety that the gay guys do. And usually, how I would create that, and I know works, I've taught it to thousands of guys, right?
Mm.
Is simply by letting the woman talk more about herself rather than you yapping away. So if you just sit back, ask the girl questions, and show curiosity and interest in the girl, and let her just talk about herself. She'd love to. She just would love to tell you like all about her life and herself, and it leaves you again in the mystery part. Like she doesn't know anything about you, but she's telling you all about her. She's telling you about like where she's from, and she's so excited to tell you because it's like you're like interested in her, and she's almost safe. She almost feels safe because you're just like listening to her, and women like to be listened to. They like to talk, and that's just a known thing. Like, you know what I mean? I'm sure you've spoke to many women, and they once they're comfortable with you, they can't stop talking.
Yeah.
They cannot stop talking and telling you about their life story, and that's why there's the whole thing girls gossip, right? That's why girls are known for gossiping, because when girls are with girls, they can't stop talking. When girls are with a gay guy, they can't stop talking too.
Yeah.
But if you just learn why that happens, and it usually happens because they feel safe, they feel comfortable, they feel relaxed, and you can make a girl feel relaxed.
Right.
She's going to keep talking. It leaves you mysterious and her just letting the floodgates open to being like, wow, I just told this guy absolutely everything.
Right.
And why? Because I felt safe.
Right. Hey guys, thank you very much for watching the whole video. On the right over here somewhere, please click on the video for a full episode where this segment was taken from, and click on left somewhere around here for more clips from Major Confidential. And guys, if you haven't followed me on Instagram, what are you doing? In the description below is a link. Click on it, follow, comment, support, share. Your boy needs it. There's my school description down below. Make sure to check that out as well.